Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Raptors intend to halt slide against alien Warriors. The Toronto Raptors aim to cut their losses at 5 in a row Monday night against the visiting Golden State Warriors. The Raptors, who have lost 16 of their past 17 games, are coming off a 123-114 road loss to the Detroit Pistons on Saturday night. The game was within reach when it was tied at 109-109 with 504 remaining. We always say that this league is a make or miss league, and tonight they made more shots than us, and that was the main difference. Raptor coach Darko Rajakovic said, "I thought that we were getting good looks. We missed some wide open shots, and on the other side they were able to make some shots that I thought were pretty contested." Detroit shot 52.4% from the field, including 57.6%, 19433 on 3-point attempts. Toronto shot 43.5%, including 42.1%, 16,438 from 3-point range. The Raptors also had problems with free throws, 18,427. 66.7%. Detroit was 16,421, 76.2%. In foul shots, the Warriors are coming off a 108-96 road loss to the Indiana Pacers on Friday night. Golden State was without several key players, including Stephen Curry, who rested his knee on the second game of a back-to-back. Short-handed back-to-back guys did a great job of hanging in there. Warriors coach Steve Kerr said, "We just needed to have a little stretch, make 3 or 4 threes in a row to get over the hump. I think it was 86-81 we're right there, but they took care of business, knocked down some shots." Pate Spencer scored a career-best 17 points off the bench. Buddy Hield also scored 17 for the Warriors, who have lost 3 of their past 4 games. "We were short-handed. I had to be aggressive," Spencer said. "I feel like I'm one of the guys on the team who has the ability to get into the paint and make reads for other guys. Tonight they forced me to score a little more, stayed home on the other guys." Draymond Green back also was rested on Friday. Andrew Wiggins' personal Jonathan Kuminga, ankle Brandon Podmski-Abdo, Minel and Gary Payton, 2 calf, also were out and could return on Monday in Detroit. The Raptors were led by Emmanuel Quickley's 25 points. Scotty Barnes added 16 points and 12 rebounds. Chris Buett and Bruce Brown each scored 14 points off the bench, and Jamal Shead added 10 points and 5 assists. "Chris Bosh was great for us again, and I thought that Bruce Brown gave us some really high-quality minutes," Rajakovic said. "Jamal played great. Those guys really get us going, and I think they did a good job in the second half as well." Rajakovic likes what he is seeing from Shead, who was a plus 17 in 1651 on the court. Shead was a second-round pick after starring college for Houston. "I'm really satisfied with his development this year," he said. "Like any other rookie, there's going to be ups and downs, but I like what he's showing us the last couple of games." The game against the Warriors will be the first of 2 in a row at home for the Raptors, who completed a 3-game road trip in Detroit. Warriors have a Dennis Schroder issue that needs to be turned around ASAP. The Golden State Warriors have done something they don't usually do: make a mid-season trade. The Warriors were in desperate need of more scoring and ball handling, so they went out and got Dennis Schroder in a deal with the Brooklyn Nets. The early results of the Schroder trade have been mixed, but one thing is for sure, the Warriors need more from their new trade acquisition after another underwhelming performance without Stephen Curry beside him on Friday against the Indiana Pacers. Schroder was playing great in 23 games for the Nets to start the season, so much so that they had to get rid of him to increase their tanking chances. Schroder averaged 18.4 points and 6.6 assists on 45% from the field and almost 39% from 3 as a net this season, making him an obvious attractive trade target for the Warriors. After DeAnthony Milton's injury, if Schroder's numbers from the Nets had continued, he would be second on the Warriors in scoring and leading the team in assists. Unfortunately, the numbers are Translated to Golden State whatsoever, Schroder is now only averaging 9.9 points and 4.7 assists as a Warrior, with his shooting splits just as bad as his counting stats at 33.1% from the field and 25% from deep. Hopefully Schroder is just getting adjusted to his new team. 13 games in the NBA is nothing, and he has shown flashes during his brief stint in Golden State. Above all, though, the Warriors really need Schroder to step up, as the Warriors barely hang on to the last spot of the play-in tournament at 19-9. Part of the Warriors' struggles have been due to their poor play when it matters most. The Warriors are 11-12 in the clutch this year. They're bottom 5 in points and bottom 3 in assists during clutch situations, an area where Schroder could or should be a huge help. The Warriors' offense has got stagnant of late, and if Curry is slumping or out-managing his knee injury, Schroder needs to take control. He is second on the Warriors and clutch scoring behind Curry. Schroder is second on their Warriors and clutch scoring NG behind Curry. Having seen glimpses of his clutch abilities in the Grizzlies and game, the veteran guard put up a dud in the Pacers game without Curry, going for just 12 points on 5 of 13 shooting. For this trade to be a success, Schroder will need to quickly get comfortable in the Warriors' offense. Even 85% of what he did on the Nets would be enormous in giving the Warriors a more dynamic offense, and if he can help the team find a clutch gene, that would be the cherry on top. Blockbuster trade idea. Warriors bring back Kevin Durant for 5 players and 2 first-round picks. The Golden State Warriors are grappling with an identity crisis during the 2024-2 season, sitting at a frustrating 19-19 despite Stephen Curry's brilliance. 22.6 ppg, 6.1 apg. The team has struggled to recapture its former dominance with inconsistent play from its supporting cast and questions about whether the dynasty is nearing its end, not to mention there is massive uncertainty about their roster and which players will remain with the team long-term. Meanwhile, the Phoenix Suns, mid in sub.500 basketball, 18-9, are facing turmoil of their own. Bradley Beal has been the subject of trade rumors all season and was recently benched, underscoring the uncertainty surrounding a roster that was once considered a championship contender, as the Suns explore potential moves for stars like Jimmy Butler or a new center. Kevin Durant's tenure in Phoenix has also been scrutinized. At 36 years old, Durant still boasts elite production: 27.2 ppg, 6.3 rpg, 4.0 apg, but may need a change of scenery to salvage his career and compete for another title. A blockbuster trade idea sending Durant back to Golden State could rejuvenate both franchises. The Warriors would keep their dynasty alive while the Suns gain valuable assets and flexibility for a much-needed reset. Here's how this trade could reshape the NBA landscape. The Warriors' core is aging, but Stephen Curry, 36, remains a transcendent talent, averaging 22.6 points and 6.1 assists and providing the leadership that made his team a dynasty, with Draymond Green, 34, continuing to anchor the defense and Steve Kerr leading the charge from the sidelines. Golden State still has the tools for a deep playoff run. However, their supporting cast has not risen to the occasion, with Andrew Wiggins struggling with inconsistency and Jonathan King failing to take the leap many expected and might not be worthy of a max contract. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Kevin Durant? Leave your opinion in the comments.